At this point, Miguel, do you like her or not? I've been watching, and I know you've been watching too. So come peep this. Hi, my peep fam. Welcome to Come Peep This. I'm Miss Series, and I do not miss a series. Today we will be reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 3. We're going to get into these weddings. I have my master's in psychology, so we're going to use some psychology, some common sense, and get a whole lot of giggles along the way. Let's get it. Okay, Miguel and Lindy. Okay, so it starts with them taking pictures. They were so cute together. But I don't think Miguel ever relaxed, like, his shoulders. Like, get comfortable. Like, exhale. Relax. His shoulders was all in his ear, on his earlobes the whole time. But yeah, so they did their pictures. And then they come for the dance. And Lindy said, this is my first time having a formal dance. So I thought that was something like a fairy tale. I thought that was very sweet that her first formal romantic slow dance was with her husband. I said, okay, Lindy, I'm for that. I'm so hopeful for her. But Miguel threw us for some loops this episode. We'll get into it. So she asked Miguel, when I was walking down the aisle, what did you think about me? And Miguel said, well, I'm not going to tell you that you're pretty. I'm not going to tell you that. Because you already know that. Miguel, you better compliment Lindy. You need to compliment your wife. Peep this, fellas. You have to do verbal compliments and affirmations to your woman. That's where last season, let me digress for a second. Last season, that's where Michael messed up with Jasmina. He never complimented her. He never gave her any kind of praise. He didn't even reciprocate when she complimented him. And so, Miguel, you have to verbally give those affirmations to your wife. You have to. That's called being a husband. Like, I'm so leery of a man that does not want to compliment his woman. Like, makes the active decision, I'm not going to tell you that. Why not? Why not? You can't. That's a very surface level of vulnerability to do that. That doesn't take much. Strangers do it. If you don't tell her she look good, somebody else gonna tell her she look great. Get on it, Miguel. I thought that was, Miguel was a little disappointed in this episode, y'all. And so, Lindy spoke up real quick. She said, no, tell me I'm pretty. Tell me that. Compliment me. Let me know something. I said, okay, Lindy. And see, where a misconception is that if you grow up, like the way she did, you may be, a more modest woman, a more, a passive woman. Lindy jumped right on that. She said, no, tell me that ASAP now. I said, okay. All right, Lindy, I see that in you. I see it in you. I don't have no problems with it. So they're talking, and Lindy said, I just love the Spanish language. Do you speak Spanish? And Miguel said, yes, I got you. So he did his little speech in Spanish, and Lindy said, yeah, I want you to teach me. She's super happy and super excited. She said this has been the best day of her life. I said, ooh, this girl is so hopeful, and I just hope that Miguel comes through for her. I really do. But she's 100% committed to this process. There's no doubt in that. But she's in the fairy tale of it. In the fairy tale of it. So I just hope that it works out for her. At least until we get through the honeymoons, when life start getting real. At least let her enjoy the first week on cloud 9 before it start getting super real. So Miguel is being really weird during their, conversations. She say, he asked her, did you want an older man? And she was like, well, it doesn't really matter as long as he's mature, and, I kind of like that. He said, what if he's immature? What if I'm immature and I'm not? She's like, well, I would hope not, And he said, we'll have to see. Why would you throw her that curveball? Why? Why won't you just affirm her or put her nerves at ease? We don't know yet. I could be. Why? Why, Miguel? Why would you do that? You see that this process has everyone super vulnerable, super open, and they're just hoping for the best, especially Lindy. And it's for her to say, I just hope he's not mature. I hope he is mature, which is an attribute that any adult should automatically have. And so now you're placing doubt on your ability to even behave like an adult. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Like childish. Maybe, and that shows that's why you into those board games so hard. That's why you brung a toy on y'all first interaction. Because you're a boy. Miguel. You know better. That's what's make Mitch, I think Mitch has had a past his whole life. People don't like Mitch. Mitch by himself. I think Miguel knows when to turn it on and when to turn it off. Because he could have easily said, oh, baby, I'm mature. You don't have to worry about that. But he chose not. He chose to not put her fears at ease. Like, why worry her when you don't have to? Why? Okay. Well, let me exhale after that. So Miguel friends, they're at the reception. They're being weird. They're feeding each other cake. They're shoving the cake into each other's mouths. They're being weird, just like Miguel's being weird. So Lindy and Miguel's sister have a sincere conversation. Lindy, she was really, opening up to the sister. So she was really fit in with the family already. You can kind of see it kind of meshing already. Miguel's sister was definitely hyping him up. Oh, my brother this. My brother that. So I'm like, okay, we'll see. I just hope that I think that you can convey yourself to, your inner circle a way that you might not necessarily be with others. Because we're not seeing that. Like Miguel said, he's clingy. Oh, he wears his heart on his on his arm and all this stuff. I'm like, we're not seeing that. We're not seeing him even be willing to compliment her. So maybe the way that he conveys himself to be towards his sister and his friend group is not the way that he really is. He may be the type of person that's different in a relationship, for better or for worse. They could be, and it could go the opposite way. It could be, oh, he's really aggressive at work, or he's a go-getter. He a demanding type of person, but in a relationship, he's a sweetie pie. So I think, I don't know how Miguel is in a relationship, and his sister haven't been in one with him, and neither has any of his friends, so they can't really attest to that part, because what we're seeing right now is not lining up. It's just not lining up. So Lindy's brother and Miguel have a sit down, and he's like, hey, I want my sister to be with somebody that loves the Lord. Do you have a relationship with God? And then Miguel start beating around the bush and going all with, just say you don't. And that's what Married at First Sight has to get better at. Why would you put the religious girl with the atheist? Why? That doesn't make any sense at all. You know that religion is one of the core reasons that you will marry someone, the reason why you would choose a life partner. That's a core value that Christians have. Like I would not be with a non-Christian. I would not. Definitely not an atheist. He doesn't even, there's no wiggle room there. Why would the experts put them together when a core value, a pillar, a foundational pillar of who they are and how they define themselves does not line up? It's the opposite. Why do that? I don't, and that makes me so nervous for Lindy, because although she said that, she's not as religious as she, as far as following all the rules and regulations that her church placed on her, but she still very much identifies as a Christian. She still very much has a relationship with God. And so for y'all to put her with the atheist, the weirdo that don't even want to tell her she's cute, it's like, dang, y'all do better. Experts. That I don't know how. Beyond it being a financial problem in a marriage, I would guarantee that religion is one of the major, defining factors of a divorce. Oh, they switch religions. They refuse to, convert or whatever it is. Come on. Y'all set the stage for them to fail. And y'all turn on the cameras to see how long it takes for the ripple effect to take place. How they're going to build when they're in two different directions spiritually? Come on. Okay, so he beat around the bush, and her brother's like, well, I would hope, ooh, that's not good, I don't want to hear that, because I would hope the person who's marrying my little sister will have a relationship with God. He looked at him real crazy, like, and I know that's right, because it's a core value thing. It's like, okay, let's get this out the way. Okay, this line up, boom, boom, boom. So one of those things don't line up. So the brother was not feeling that at all. And so then there's a impromptu, coincidental meeting in the bathroom between Mitch and Miguel, and both of them just start lying. They start lying, and oh, you like your wife? Oh, I'm so into her. You like your wife? Oh, I'm so into her. I'm like blown away. Yeah, why y'all sitting up there lying to each other next to the urinals? Why? Neither one of y'all are really digging y'all's wives right now. So I don't know why y'all was in the bathroom acting like y'all were just smitten. Miguel said, I'm smitten at this point. I'm smitten. But you won't even compliment her. You won't even put her jitters, her worries at ease. But you smitten in front of Mitch in the bathroom. Okay. All right. Just lying. Okay, I got you. So it comes to the end of the weddings where it's time to remove the gardener. Miguel did his little geeky little dance. He did a little arm wiggle. But you know what? Compared to what other grooms did, and you know what I'm talking about. I take the little simple arm wiggle in a little smooth walk over compared to what the other one did. And you know what I'm talking about. Justin. Yeah. So then, he pulls down the gardener, and then he takes it off with his teeth and, swing it around. I'm like, okay, so we shall see. We gotta wait till we get to the honeymoon to see where he is really at temperature-wise with Lindy. Because it's giving me very much mixed signals. Well, not mixed signals. Like, it's one that don't, that showed affection. But the rest of them is saying, nah, I'm not here for it. But we shall see. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get in those comments. I always reply to my P fam. Let's get it.